World in crisis, man. Do you think sending more federal officers into a community after a fatal shooting helps calm things down or makes the situation worse? Like guys, many things has happened in this past week, both from Iran, Minneapolis, Venezuela, and so many others. So we have about five breaking news happening right now we need to discuss. Okay, guys, if this is your first time of coming across my channel, please subscribe. One thing I need you to do is just subscribe. Subscribe. Without subscribing, I'm going nowhere, guys. Subscribe, 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 guys. What the hell is happening in Iran? Like, the protest is turning into something else. Like, guys, over 500 people have been killed as Iran enters a third week of nationwide anti-government protests. The BBC says activist group report that hundreds of protesters have been killed in what they describe as worsening government crackdown. Things here are very bad, according to them. A lot of our friends have been killed. They were firing live rounds. It is like a war zone. The streets are full of blood. They are taking away bodies and trucks. He also stated that they counted about 180 body bags in footage from a morgue near Tehran. Also, according to a US-based human rights organization, at least 495 protesters and 48 members of the security forces have been killed nationwide. The group report that over 10,600 people have been detained in just 2 weeks of unrest. Bro, this is massive. It's crazy. Now, the US has threatened to intervene in Iran over the killing of protesters, but on Sunday, US President Donald Trump said that Iranian leaders have called him and they want to negotiate. But he added, however, that the US may have to act before a meeting. That's diplomacy under threat, and it rarely ends calmly. Note, Trump have not elaborated on what the US is considering, but on Sunday he said we are looking at some very strong options. So he has been briefed on options for military strikes on Iran.
Is it still an option?
Iran called to negotiate.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, the leaders of Iran called, they want to negotiate. I think they're tired of being beat up by the United States.
Are you sharing any details on that call?
Iran wants to negotiate, yes.
Negotiate what?
We may meet with them. I mean, a meeting is being set up, but we may have to act because of what's happening before the meeting.
Right.
But a meeting is being set up. Iran called, they want to negotiate. Thank you very much.
So after Trump threatened to intervene on Iran, Mohammed Bakr Kalibaf, Iran's parliament speaker, warned that if the US attacked, both Israel and US military and shipping centers in the region would become legitimate targets. Imagine, like, what are they trying to do? Because this is turning to World War III. For me, that's what they're trying to do right now. And here comes another big problem. A communication blackout imposed by authorities has now lasted over 4 days in Iran, and demonstrations have spread beyond Iran borders. So, President Donald Trump said on Sunday he plans to speak with billionaire Elon Musk about restoring internet in Iran, where authorities have blacked out services for 4 days.
Talking about that, we may get the internet going, if that's possible. We may speak to Elon, because as you know, he's very good at that kind of thing. He's got a very good company. So we may speak to Elon Musk. And in fact, I'm going to call him as soon as I'm finished with you.
Now, let's talk about the U-Haul truck. In Los Angeles, a driver was detained after driving a U-Haul truck through a crowd of anti-Iranian regime protesters, striking a man who was treated at the scene for minor injuries. Like, that's crazy. How can you be driving a truck in the midst of thousands of protesters? Bro, what's going on? Because, okay, think about this for a second. Thousands of people on the street, emotions already high, and someone decided to drive a U-Haul truck straight into that space. That's not just careless, that's extremely dangerous. Okay, let's move on. Here comes the second brigade, the Minneapolis ICE shooting. Hundreds of additional Border Patrol officers are headed to Minneapolis as tensions flare following an ICE-involved shooting last week that left a 37-year-old mother, Renee Good, shot dead. Bro, may her soul rest in peace. Now, more than 1,000 demonstrations were planned across the US over the weekend in protest of the Trump administration immigration crackdown in Minneapolis and elsewhere. Saturday's protest in the Twin Cities drew a crowd of thousands to the street where the shooting took place. Like, I don't know about you, but when I hear that a mom of three was killed in her own neighborhood, bro, it is hard, man. It hits bad. It hits very hard. Regardless of politics, that's is just sad and troubling. Is sad and troubling. And that's why lots of people from all sides are demanding transparency and accountability. So tell me, do you think sending more federal officers into a community after a fatal shooting helps calm things down or makes the situation worse? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you guys think and why. Okay, let's talk about the Greenland. Denmark has warned that the situation over Greenland has reached a decisive and dangerous point following renewed suggestions by US President Donald Trump to acquire the threat, including the potential use of force. Bro, Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen stated that this is a decisive movement with stakes that go beyond the immediate issue of Greenland's future, calling it a test of international law, sovereignty, and the right of peoples to self-determination. I don't know. Like, I don't know where to start. Like, also, officials in Europe are warning that the post-World War II rules-based global order is breaking down. Like, it's breaking down. Like, we now have more conflicts, more threats, and fewer rules. History shows that moments like these usually lead to instability and not peace. Guys, I think North Korea is also trying to cook something for South Korea. But we're gonna talk about that though. Let's talk about it. North Korea said its forces used special electronic warfare assets on Sunday to bring down a South Korean drone flying over a border town. Man, what are they trying to do? The drone was equipped with two cameras that filmed all specified areas, the General Staff of the North Korean People's Army said in a statement carried by state media. So Seoul rejected the allegation with its defense ministry, saying the drone was not a model operated by its military. Well, I hope it's not what I'm thinking. So let me ask you guys, do you think this was a mistake, a lie, or a deliberate test? And if neither side is telling the full truth, who do you think is watching quietly from the background? Because in geopolitics, drones don't fall out of the sky by accident. They fell when someone wants to be heard. Well, let's watch and see how it goes. And here comes the bigger picture, the almighty Venezuela. Bro, a lot of things has happened in Venezuela, like a lot of things. So Venezuela longtime leader Nicolas Maduro was captured by US forces in dramatic overseas operation. And now the country vice president, Desi Rodriguez, have been sworn in as acting president. That's really rare moment in modern geopolitics. Desi Rodriguez was formally sworn in as the acting president of Venezuela on January 5, 2026. Her ascension followed the capture of former President Nicolas Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores by United States forces during Operation Absolute Resolve on January 3, 2026. She is now serving as the interim or acting head of state as ordered by Venezuela's Supreme Tribunal of Justice to ensure administrative continuity. The ceremony was conducted by her brother George Rodriguez, who is the head of the National Assembly. But here is where things get complicated. The European Union and other nations do not recognize Rodriguez as Venezuela's legitimate president, and Russia, China, and Iran have shown support for her leadership. Bro, this is crazy. Like, it's fucking crazy, guys. Meanwhile, President Trump has signaled he's willing to meet with her as leader, but also warned she faces consequence if she doesn't follow US priorities. So guys, I want to ask, do you think the US should be involved in who leads another sovereign nation? Or is this more complicated than just picking good versus bad? Let me know what you guys think. These stories are not isolated, like they are connected, and the next few weeks could matter more than most people realize. So guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel and make sure you don't miss any of our news. Like, turn on your notifications so that you will be the first to watch anytime I update any news in this channel. Thank you guys for staying to the end. Love you.